Wait. Yeah. Here, this is Lord Potato. This is mostly what if Potato and Singler went to Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm here with
Up. It's a singularity what ifs, and prepare for us to mess up.
yeah,
Yeah, because Jujutsu Kaisen is very complex, and this is kind of difficult because we just be pulling out BS just anytime we can and other what ifs.
yeah, like the DXD one yesterday where I made fucking Isaac go to trauma.
Yeah.
But other than that, let's kind of begin into mostly this series. So yeah, you can see on one side it's mostly what's it called? Mostly singularities, kind of well how he's gonna look like when he's younger and older, and also don't worry about the eyes. And there's me over here. But yeah,
Mhm.
but Lex, do you want to go with your story or my story first?
Yeah, you go with yours first.
Okay, so when I went into the Jujutsu Kaisen world, well, mostly I'm not a deity in this world. I am actually just born in this world. Mostly when I was born, I had two parents, one mom and dad, like of course, but mostly my mother died through kind of giving birth, and my dad, well, he kind of left me to kind of deal with his own problems, and that is trying to become the strongest in the world. But with that happening, he basically is kind of similar if he just went to go get the milk, but not the point. But this is where, well, mostly with that happening, he went to go do that while I had to be left alone by myself. But mostly, he didn't notice this, but mostly I had already my eyes awakened to his similar eyes. You see here, my parents were basically two curse users. Well, my mom, yeah, was a curse user, but she was also from a kind of clan that died a while ago. So it's not entirely a curse user. She was actually from a clan from like the mostly age of clans or whatever. I forgot entirely what that is. But this is where, well, mostly uh she was from the clan of mostly how should I say, yeah, she was from a clan called the Kuru clan. That just means darkness. It was kind of a, well, not really related to that of the Zenin clan, because the Zenin clan deals with shadows while this clan deals with darkness completely. But not the point. This is where, well, she was from that clan. Of course, she was the last one before she died from giving birth because of how much energy she was wasting, like how much cursed energy she was putting in it into her wound just to try to stabilize it because she wasn't expecting this
Hey,
child to be, huh?
you give me a moment, please. I just need to tell somebody something, okay?
Okay, wait, do you want me to pause it? Okay. Well, mostly with that happening, well, she gave a lot of cursed energy into her stomach because she needed to suppress the nullified kind of ability from mostly her clan. Because the problem is, not many children will be able to be born in this clan is because of the fact of its darkness or mostly cursed energy technique. Because mostly the cursed technique is literally darkness and it literally nullifies cursed energy even with one touch, which, yeah, a small touch would still nullify a good amount of your curse energy. Of course, she had a lot of it because mostly thanks to some of the curse techniques that allow in the, what's it called, clan, was able to absorb mostly curse energy, so she had a lot. Of course, giving birth to me was a whole process which she died, but yeah. But of course, mostly I did awaken that technique after a while when my dad left, but mostly he did not notice about his own eyes. You see here, his eyes are called the adaptation eyes. They're similar to that of Gojo's, but not entirely. His eyes were allowed to actually adapt to mostly curse techniques or just hand-to-hand combat. Mostly, his eyes were mostly usually a starry kind of shape. Of course, he left because he wanted to become the strongest, because he has heard of a child being born similar, well, not similar around my age, but he was a little bit older than me. But of course, mostly it was none other than Gojo Satoru, and he didn't want to deal with mostly having a child responsibility and, of course, trying to kill Gojo. He was similar to same like the other curse users. But yeah, but of course, with that, I was born, left as an orphanage. Of course, when I was like the age around kind of like 6, I realized one thing: this world literally sucks. This is where, well, I decided to also figure out about my darkness techniques. And since technically I'm not a curse user, which I am a curse user, but who really knows? I decided to start training on darkness manipulation. Well, my mostly darkness techniques. And I have a couple of them, but mostly since I was a child, I wasn't able to be good at them. So mostly like curse, mostly the techniques that I have is right now is darkness creation, darkness protection, darkness manipulation, and other things. But yeah, of course, from that day, I decided to kind of, well, focus on myself only, but mostly with that happening, we go into a further time skip later on, which I was around kind of like 11 and decided to live on my own because, well, fuck all the orphanage and other shit. Because a lot of people like to bully me, but they went missing after a while. We don't know where they went. This is where, well, mostly with that happening, I kind of went to live on my own and somehow managed to get a job. When I mean job, I mean stealing, but yeah. But other than that, we go from there to mostly a time skip of when I'm 17. Mostly when I'm kind of, well, yeah, 17, I met a boy with kind of pinkish hair and mostly kind of brownish eyes. He did also have black, but mostly his name was Yuji Isadori. Me and him basically hit it off and became good friends slash brothers. But yeah, I helped him with some of his problems. He helped me with my problems. But yeah. But of course, with that happening, we go to the same school. I'm basically a third year at that age, while Yuji's actually still a first year. But yeah, we then go into mostly Dante's time skip, or mostly Dante at all.
All right. So, at an early age, well, let's just say that, well, as a as a kid, well, I was growing up like normal, you know what I'm saying? Just normal, well, until like I found out there was a, well, one day I, well, was in the basement of our house, just doing my own thing, playing on the PSP, and then next thing you know, I hear like gunshots and all that, and then I just ran upstairs to see what was going on. I seen both of them dead, and I seen two like I seen like a two like four guys literally trying to rob the place, and they just, well, one of the guys said no witnesses and tries to shoot me. Well, the gun fired, and then but it reflected right back at the guy's head, and then like they all started to shoot me. Then I got scared, and then it just all reflected right back at all of them. Of course, I didn't know what was happening, but I felt like it was my fault. And then, you know, but my parents were just on the ground, just dead. I didn't even expect them. I didn't want them to be dead. Then, well, let's just say both of them came out of the garbage. I mean, them came out of the both of them came out of the ground and just, yeah, they just basically became my. I kind of cursed the two, well, unknowingly. And then after that, that I just been on the basically on the run my whole life. Well, of course, like people try to get near me and try to take me away, but well, to basically to how do I say this, to an orphanage. Well, they ended up dead the next day. Like, and it wasn't even really my fault at all. And at the same time, you know, people like curse users started to hear about a kid who like literally was like killing people. But um, then they try to come at me and test their strength, and then they died. They died. Like I just didn't want to see this no more, but I knew I couldn't help it. But then it got to the point where I started to, well, hope. Cope, like they try to harm me, so what's so wrong about it, until it just became a normal thing that I was like, just allow them to die or not, I didn't really care as long as I got to eat out some good stuff out of the trash. Well, even though that was just like, yeah, very disgusting. Until one day there was a man who came up to me and was trying to like be calm with me, try to talk to me about stuff, and his name was, well, it was like, um, okay, who was it? It was, well, okay, maybe not was a guy, but um, it was oh yeah, it was Toji Fushiguro. Like he just been hearing about me, well, around. It was like, he tried to talk to me about it, like about my situation, and like he says, I understand it, but you need to just chill out. And he was like, he was like, come with me. I said, no, I'm not going with you. And then he grabbed the inverted spear heaven and just like, he heard about the barrier, so he just cut it down and then just hit me with the blunt side of the blade. Then he saw the two curses and he just like sliced them both, but they just retracted and just took me up before like anyone could ever like find me. And just, yeah, he just took me to his house, fed me kind of, but he was never really there. But at the same time, I also met Megu. I was okay, and he also had his sister too. We all of us kind of got along. Even though I didn't like the fact that this guy literally just kidnapped me, I still just accepted it because, well, to be honest, I just didn't care about life. Bless me. But yeah, one day Toji did not come. I was confused. Even Megumi was, and then like when we went outside, we were just like walking towards like the house or something. Then we seen a guy um, with white hair and glasses, and it was, of course, Satoru freaking Gojo. Same thing happened in basically when he met Megumi, but just he was actually interested in both of us, and then like I don't know like hey what happened to Sukumi again? I forgot.
Wait, Tsukimi, the sister of Megami,
Yeah.
she,
During like the hidden inventory during that.
I think she got a curse, a very strong curse, which makes her fall asleep. Well, not permanently, but mostly. Uh, yeah, I think she just had a curse to fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
But I don't think.
Basically that happened. Um. But yeah, he both said like we're both like he wanted to take Megumi to go Jujutsu Tech, but Toji also told him about him and that he had actually a curse technique that awakened, and it was pretty. He said it was pretty similar to my own, but different. And of course, Gojo said he was kind of interested. So, we just went with him, I guess, and just like, moved out after a few days, and then both came to basically where the Jujutsu sorcerers stay at. And we just started learning the pre-basic stuff. Well, Megumi went to the Zenin clan. Gojo did a background check and then found out that actually we're distant relatives. I was like, huh. He was like, and then, Gojo is like, yo, you're kind of like my little brother now, son. I was like, don't get it twisted. Like, he was like, okay. He was like, you know what I'm saying? And then like, 2 years after, we were in like the jujutsu world, I met a big guy. Well, I just called him Big Brother, but he had an ocular ability. Basically, it hasn't fully awakened yet, but there's like different stages, and it like grew up in his part of the family to the point where it was almost considered a clan technique. But mm, now it's like their curse technique is engraved in the eye. I was like, that's cool. And so we basically did everything together. We went on roller coasters. We went to amusement parks. We went to like all this other stuff. Even played video games together. He even helped me learn a bit about my curse technique, and then I found out it was basically me manipulating vectors, vector manipulation. If y'all know accelerator, yeah, but it's gonna be watered down just a bit. So yeah, he taught me everything I know. Heck, he even found out I had a direct affinity for reverse curse technique, although it was troublesome, very troublesome to learn. But yeah, one day he had to go fight a he actually had to go fight a special grade, but he didn't want to worry me, so he wanted to make sure to leave me with well, he spent the whole week with me, but before he had to go fight it, and he said, "Hey, want to try something else of jujutsu?" I was like, "What is it?" He was like, "Well, it's something called a binding vow." And then he told me what it was, and I was like, "Okay, what's the vow?" Basically, the conditions are that I would, if he like ever died or something, his curses would be placed onto him. It's like, huh? Basically, in like he said, the contract basically was something like, well, everything he has that's cursed, basically his cursed energy, his cursed technique, and yeah, and his oculars. So he gave it to me. Well, if he ever died, I just thought it was weird, so I never questioned it. I was like, he's not dying, right? He went off, and it turns out, while I was with Gojo, my eyes just started to burn, and Gojo was like, "Are you okay?" And then, Gojo started to notice that my curse storage was like expanding. My curse energy is just like expanding, so it's just like a huge amount. And then Gojo was confused, why is this happening? And then he saw my eyes and was like, "Oh, yeah." Gojo actually knew about the mission. I was upset at him, but yeah. But Gojo then tells me like he didn't want him to worry, so maybe he made Gojo promise not to tell me about it. But then like I was still upset, so I just didn't think it was fair. But I mean I gotten over it a bit, but yeah, it still hurts though. But then I just like I'm gonna carry this on for like big bro and whatnot, and so yeah, I just started to you know, learn my big bro's cursed energy eyes, which is basically it basically allows me to like understand cursed energy at a molecular level, which is almost like Gojo's, but not close enough. But also, um, my mom's basically cursed spirit allows her to give me the ability of when I wear the necklace she gave me, I basically get enhanced precision. Basically, I use it to like power up my basically it just allows me to see curse energy at an atomic level. And my dad's ability is well, I guess it was like space time manipulation via portals. Well, a spiral looking portal. But the thing is, it drains my curse energy drastically. So yeah, I basically spend time on trying to get more curse energy reserves via harsher environments. Let's just say is a whole lot of blood and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, that was basically my backstory.
Well, with that happening, while mostly Dante is in Jujutsu Kai already, or mostly not Jujutsu Kai, Jujutsu Tech, or yeah, Jujutsu High, I was still with Yuji, and of course, mostly, we kind of had.
I'm actually in the same year as y'all, but I just basically it's just like the hidden inventory was like 10 years prior of Jujutsu Kaisen Zero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So with that happening, Mostly, I was with Yuji one day. We decided to kind of like walk to school and like talk about some stuff. Yuji was talking about mostly what he's going to do after like high school and other things. I was like, no, no. What do you want to become? That's where Yuji says, I don't really know. I, man, if I don't actually figure this out, my grandfather's going to be yelling at my ears saying, why haven't you figured out anything already? I chuckle at him and says, that is true. Well, I'll help you figure it out anyway. Besides, what is an older brother here to do if mostly his little brother is too stupid to realize what he's going to do in the near future? Yuji kind of says, yeah, wait, you! This is where he was about to cuss at me for the fact that I call him stupid. This is where, well, I was chuckling to myself. While we managed to get to school, we kind of met up with mostly that kind of scary club that Yuji kind of joined so he doesn't need to do anything, which I also joined because mostly I get to sleep while they do whatever. Of course, well, that club, well, we were already in that club kind of talking about scary stuff and other things about like the mythology of like spooky rumors or whatever. I was asleep, but this is where, well, the door busts down thanks to, well, the gym teacher saying, Yuji Sadori, I want you to join my club and be the good athlete that you are. Yuji says, no, I refuse. Didn't I already tell you I'm not going to join you? This is where, well, the teacher says, that's what you're wrong. This is where, well, of course, the class president did show up just because, well, he still needed to kind of get the whole, mostly sign papers for Yuji to go into this club or go into the gym club or whatever, just because this club needed 3 members. That's where the president noticed me and I was like, hey, sup, nerd? That's where, well, the president says, really? How disrespectful can you be? I looked at him and says, pretty disrespectful. Do you want me to get even more disrespectful? This is where the president says, are you signed into this mostly club? I look at the nerd and I was like, yeah, no shit, what do you think I am? That's where, well, he said, okay. Then where are you in this, what's it called, list? I grabbed the fucking paper so fast from his hands and right now sign and says, well, done. Also, Yuji's in there also. That's where the president say, I see. That's where before he can walk away, the gym teacher says, but Yuji Sadori should go into my club because he is a great athlete. This is where I look at the gym teacher with a murderous look in my eye and I say, what? So you're thinking that my little brother should be with you because he's a great athlete? Does he look like he wants to deal with random bullcrap from you? How about this? How about a challenge? I challenge you to mostly whatever fucking sport you want to play. This is where, well, the gym teacher says, fine, but if you lose, you will have to join my club also. This is where he flexes his muscles, and I look at this man like, bruh, I'm not gonna lose. This is where, well, we go outside, and of course, the gym teacher throws it for like, I don't know. No, I forgot how long he threw it in original canon, but of course he threw it kind of far until they just gave it to me. I didn't like look like I was weak at all. I just grabbed the ball and I was like, should I flex on this guy or should I destroy his whole fucking dreams and mostly light? Well, yeah, surely I'm going to destroy this man's entire reputation. This is where I throw it up and down like if it was literally a fucking baseball, and then I just fucking toss that bitch so far that it smashed into the building across from mostly school, through the window, through that other window, because there was another window behind that one, kind of going through that building into a car like far away from that building. But yeah, this is where everyone looks at me with dumbfounded expression. Yuji says, yeah, big brother. I was like, weakling. I look at the teacher. This is where, well, I start kind of just walking back to Yuji and kind of just give him a high five, mostly a dab up. This is where, well, mostly with that happening, these two, well, mostly Yuji did find that cursed finger and of course was still holding onto it, which I did sense it. Of course, I will ask Yuji about it, but mostly I didn't really care too much because, well, first of all, why should I care about any of that shit? Mostly, I just like destroying cocky, arrogant people half the time because they piss me off so much. Just where, well, mostly Yuji says, he gets a ring on his phone and says, oh shit, I gotta go. This is where, well, I kind of grab Yuji from the collar and says, wait, you gotta go see your grandfather? I'm coming along. This is where Yuji says, okay. This is where, well, both of us kind of just run off. While Megami does actually appear like an original canon, and of course is looking for the cursed finger. which mostly he also kind of brought, well, no, just kidding. He just brought himself to look for the cursed finger. But yeah, of course, he kind of sensed the cursed finger when me and mostly Yuji ran past him, which mostly he was shocked. He was shocked with the speed and he was shocked to sense the cursed finger. But this is where, well, we go into a time skip of mostly me and Yuji kind of seeing Yuji's grandfather. Yuji's grandfather kind of said, so you brought the delinquent also, Yuji? This is where I look at mostly Yuji's grandfather and says, really? Call me a delinquent one more time and I might put you into the ground pretty faster than, well, mostly since your cancer can't kill you fast enough. This is where his grandfather goes, you can't do shit. This is where, well, I look at mostly Yuji's grandfather and says, Yuji, I'm gonna kill your grandfather. Yuji says, no, 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 no. This is where, well, mostly I was about to kind of use darkness, but realized it'd probably be a bad idea. So of course Yuji does talk to his grandfather, because mostly his grandfather did ask me to kind of stay outside, which I decided to listen because Yuji begged me to do it, which I did kind of go outside, and I was just waiting in the hallway. Of course, where, well, Yuji still had that whole kind of heart to heart mostly with his grandfather. At the same time, his grandfather said, whatever, and just died, but yeah. And this is where, well, Yuji was saddened, kind of, mostly. He did call the nurse and other. The nurse rushed past me. I was confused because I was asleep somewhat. And this is where, well, I kind of noticed that Yuji was sad. And I was like, yo, Yuji, you okay? Yuji said, yeah, I'm fine. It's just some things happen and I don't really know what grandfather even talked about me or talked about. I was like, nah, man, it'll be fine. Besides, we can, how to cheer you up. This is where, well, I was thinking in my head, how to cheer you up. This is where, well, before we can even get outside, this is where someone with blackish spiked hair and, of course, yellowish eyes, I think it's brownish eyes, mostly appear and say, hey, you two. This is where, well, you just say, who, me? This is where, well, the person says, no shit. Who else do you think I'm talking about? This is where, well, I point towards the nurse and say, her. This is where, well, mostly Megami looks at me with like, really, motherfucker? I was like, yeah, motherfucker. This is where, well, mostly Megami does question Yuji about some things that he has, like a finger and other things. I was like, hold up, finger? Do you think we murder anyone? Wait, are you the cops? This is where I question Megami. Megami looks at me and says, no, I'm not the cops. And what if I was the cops? This is where, well, I was going to murder Megami because mostly I thought he was the cops and would rather not go back to jail, or not go back to jail, but mostly kind of go see what jail is like because, well, I see multiple movies and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to drop the soap anytime soon. But this is where, well, I also did sense Megami's cursed energy, but decided to ignore it for now. This is where, well, mostly Megami does kind of question about what was it called, the box from Yuji. Yuji kind of pulls out and says, you mean this? This is where when Megami opens it, it's not there. This is where, well, mostly Megami says, where is it? This is where Yuji explains that mostly the guys over there at the scary club did say that they were going to open it later and blah blah blah. And this is where Megami says, you idiot. This is where, well, they start rushing, well, mostly both Megami, me, and even Yuji rushes towards the school. While the school is now in flare with mostly cursed energy, it started kind of flaring up with so much cursed energy and cursed spirits. This is where, well, mostly Megami tells both Yuji and I to stay back. This is where Yuji says, wait, I can help. This is where I grab Yuji from the collar and say, calm down. Wait, let's just think about something real fast. Let's not rush in it, because I know you're an idiot and you would love to rush into anything. This is where Megami says, well, not Megami, mostly Yuji says, hey, stop calling me an idiot. This is where, well, I look at him and say, then stop being an idiot, okay? This is where I tell him to use his cursed energy just in case he might have to use it. Because yes, Yuji in this one will be able to have cursed energy. He's not going to eat Sukuna's finger, not yet in this one, but yeah. Or not at all, but not the point. But of course, with that happening, we decide to kind of go inside. Well, I mostly tell Yuji to just jump it, while I can follow him along through his like darkness shadows. But yeah, since I have a technique similar to that. But this is where, well, it's mostly, I can't really stay in the shadows for too long because truly I don't have shadow manipulation. I have darkness curse technique, but this is where, well, I wait for Yuji to jump it. Yuji jumps it, and of course, when Megami was in trouble and trying to save the girl, this is where, well, mostly Yuji jumped it, kicked the fucking cursed spirit, but of course, this is where I appear right now with a darkness sword right now, cutting the spirits into millions of pieces. This is where, well, Mostly, I look at Yuji and say, "Good job, Yuji. You actually managed to use your flexible skills to be able to jump it." This is where Yuji says, "Couldn't you do the same?" I look at Yuji and says, "No, my plan was so much better than ever. I make you do all the hard work while I decide to lazily be in your shadows." I snap my fingers straight to Yuji. Yuji just sweats up and says, "Really? Really? You're such a lazy older brother, you know that?" This is where I say, "I know I am." Ha. This is where, well, while me and Yuji were talking, Yuji did have the girl in his hand, while mostly Megami says, "How did you?" This is where he noticed the kind of sword that I have is purely made out of darkness. He realized that I have a curse technique, but this is where, well, he thinks that I'm a curse user now, and will actually think then he needs to actually kill me. But before anything happens, I turn around and notice what it called. Well, Yuji about to get eaten by the curse, well, curse from above. This is where Megami notices it, but before Megami can do anything, darkness right now wrap around his legs and stop him from actually doing anything crazy. This is where, well, he was confused, but this is where I decide to push Yuji out of the way. Right now, grab the finger, but this is where, well, I right now kind of throw the sword straight towards the curse, like, curse figure's head. Right now, stabbing it into the kind of ceiling. Pull out a darkness gun, and this is where I start blasting it. Pow, pow, pow. This is where it dies. This is where, well, I do get the finger, and right now encase it with darkness. This is where I look at mostly Megami and says, "This must be for you then." This is where I throw it towards Megami. Megami catches it and says, "How did you?" This is where, well, I look at him and says, "How did I do what?" "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a normal human." This is where Yuji sweats up after seeing how mostly I act most of the time, like a child half the time. But this is where, well, mostly Megami looks confused. The darkness disappeared after a while, but it wasn't things. Well, things were just starting. Thanks to the fact that I kind of did release the darkness from mostly the cursed finger, I completely forgot on mostly mostly how the cursed finger reacts. Curse users or mostly curse spirits are still going to go after the finger because it's not encapsulated in the seal. And since my darkness nullifies it for a couple of minutes, or mostly a couple of seconds slash minutes, and it has to be in my hand for most of the time to be encapsulated. If it's not with me, it's just going to, the bubble is just going to disappear, making the finger be able to release much curse energy. This is where, well, I realized it and forgot about that entirely and told Megami to right now drop the finger. This is where, well, Megami was confused, but this is where I tried to tackle my out of the way because clearly a giant curse, mostly worm, appear. This is where, well, making both Yuji and also Megami wind their eyes. This time it's a kind of second grade or yeah, whatever. But of course, the thing managed to eat the finger and of course managed to transform. But yeah, it went into a cocoon and transformed into a special grade now. Mostly it has eyes and of course it's right now laughing. This is where, well, we go from mostly Yuji, Megami, I, and even the girl that mostly Yuji's carrying, right now running up to the rooftop because we realize, well, shit, fucking special grade. This is where, well, mostly Yuji says, "What the hell was that? What the hell was that?" This is where, well, he knows the speed of that thing, and this is where, well, Megami says, "That's a special grade? I can feel the immense curse energy from it." This is where, well, I should also mention that I always had black glasses on me, just so my eyes doesn't get revealed too much. So, of course, this is where, well, I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to reveal this real fast. Damn it, I really didn't like any Jujutsu sorcerers to actually know about mostly these eyes. Ah, damn it. This is where, well, I right now was about to open my eyes. Well, mostly not open my eyes, mostly use the glasses out of, well, take the glasses out of my face to actually show my eyes to.
Before that could happen, next thing you know, like, great, a special grade? Megumi, I thought you had this mission.
This is where I look straight at what's it called, the person that talks, and I was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
I was like, I'm here. That's what.
I,
Anyway,
I'm like, "Great, fucking sarcastic jackass."
yeah. Anyways, so this is a special grade, huh? Yeah, Big Bro had an issue with you. All right. So now the thing tries to charge at me, but I was like, this is a chance actually to test my ability right quick.
Before
Just stand
before
there, and
Dante
then the thing tried. Huh?
Before Dante can even do that, I right now wrap darkness around his leg. So before he can even move, he just face plants to the ground and says, "That's what you get, you sarcastic asshole." This is where, well,
I was like, okay, yep, I didn't get to calculate that. I was like, first of all, I just grabbed a pebble on the ground and just aimed it right at the steel beam and then reflected it and hit this man hard in the face, giving him a scar. Was like,
ow, you
I
son
was
of a
like,
bitch.
anyways, wait for this. Anyways, we can squabble later. For now, I gotta deal with this special grade. So the special grade tried to hit me, but then I looked at it and then before it could hit me, it just broke its arm. I was like, yeah. I asked the special grade like, do you really think that was a good idea? I know you could sense my cursed energy. I sent you being shooken when I freaking showed up. And then, the special grade just backed up like, nah, what is, yeah. He's like, anyways, come on, time to exercise you. He's like, and of course the special grade just tried to throw another ball at me. I just like, okay, fair enough. I just like walk right through it, and then like I was like, I can only keep this up for like what 5 minutes right now. And I just grab it by the face and then just like, tell me, do you know what vector is? I mean, of course you would know. Basically, anything with mass, direction, and magnitude, or no, basically direction and magnitude. I wonder. I just stab my fingers like through the special grade. It just starts like yelling a bit. I was like, "Do you have a blood flow?" No, you don't. But what if I reverse it into like positive energy? And then the thing just dissipates. I was like, all right. And then I just get the finger. Like, so, Megami, you struggled to get this? In fact, you like you were about to summon Maharaga. Idiot.
This is where, well,
Anyways,
before Dante can even recognize something, a giant curse, mostly beast, tried to eat him again because, well, for fuck's sakes, there's nothing sealing the cursed finger from not releasing cursed energy. So of course, mostly
oh,
Dante is about to get eaten. I was like, ah, shit, that motherfucker's about to get eaten. I can either save him or I can now save Yuji and I to run out of here. I said, fuck it. I used darkness tentacles to actually grab him in an instant.
I could have. I had that, bro. My vector shield would have protected me, bro. I seen it coming.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I was like, yeah, but you look like you were about to get eaten. You were about to become curse food or whatever.
yeah, it does look like that. My fault.
I was like,
Anyways,
do you want? I
so
was.
yeah, let's just say there was a random can I just slipped on, and then the finger just ended up in Yuji's mouth. I was like, oh crap.
I was like, ah, shit, you son of a. This is where, well, before mostly Yuji can actually swallow the finger, I actually kind of shoved my hand into his mouth and right now rip the finger. I'm like, nope, you don't. I feel like you would have killed yourself or something. Yeah, it's better not for you to die just yet. I grabbed the finger and just used darkness around him. Like, now what to do with this? I can toss it like a ball and run. And then these Jujutsu sorcerers can go deal
No,
with that.
no. First of all, I'm a sorcerer, so hand it here.
This is where I look at, well, we'll see Dante, and I was like, if I give you this, would you rather have it as a ball that's right now encasing the cursed energy from no other cursed spirits to have it, or do you want it to put in somewhere safe?
Well, it's with me, so I believe it's safe. And plus, I can sense my sensei's on the way here.
I was like, first of all, you fucking fell from a can. Save my ass, but you want? Sure, why not?
I'm free, okay? Like,
Save my ass again. This is where, well, I decide to kind of still have the ball. I encase it with more cursed energy and decide to say, well, how about catch? This is where I toss it over the building. This is where making, well, Dante just widen his eyes. This is where Dante say,
what the frick is wrong with you? You know what that finger is?
I was like, I don't care. This is where I right now go to Eugene and say, let's go already. This is where, well, we start kind of running.
Dang it. Guess I gotta go get it. Come on, Megami. He's like, okay, sir. He just starts, we just both jump from the roof. Well, I do. And then this man just grabs onto my arm. I make sure we both land safely, and then we get the finger. But then another curse come, like 3 curses come out. I was like, I just grabbed the finger and then just started manipulating vectors like to make tornadoes or something like that, and then just start shredding them. It's like, all right, we just start trying to get up out of there. Uh,
This is where
yeah, and then,
this is where while Dante and even Megami are trying to leave, I kind of noticed this from the shadows because I kind of used something called Darkness Eye to be able to see what exactly happened to the two Jujutsu sorcerers, and I was like, phew, at least I won't need to deal with them anytime soon because they already got rid of that finger. This is where I look at Yuji and says, "How is she?" Yuji says, she's breathing fine. Should we take her to a hospital?" I'm like, "Where else do you want to take her home?" This is where I was like, "Yuji, I know you're at that proper age." This is where Yuji says, "Shut up." I'm like, "Okay, fine. Let's just go." This is where, we start kind of walking off, but yeah.
so we got at the front entrance and finally left. And then next thing you know, we hear, "Oh, fancy seeing you two here." You're like, "What? Fancy? Oh, here you are. You showed up late again, dude." You're like, "My fault, my fault." Anyways, nah, y'all both look, nah, Megami, you look scruffed up. He just started trying to take pictures of Megami, and like Megami's like, "Stop doing that." And then anyways, he was like, "Anyways, y'all got the cursed object? Um, yeah, here you go." Now we just give him Sukuna's finger. He's like, "All right then. Um, so I kind of sense two more cursed energy signatures, and I could see them walking away. They piqued my interest. Let me go see this." It was like, Gojo, wait, it's those two guys. Speak. Gojo just teleports over to them. I was like, "Come on, Megami." I just jump over there, grab Megami by the shirt. He's like, "Why does this have to happen to me?"
Well,
Uh,
mostly,
Megami.
while me and Yuju are about to get out of the hospital and start walking home, a white-haired man literally appeared right in front of us and says, "Hi there." I was like, "Huh?" I look at this man confusedly and says, "I'm not interested in like seeing any magic trick. I right now pretending like I'm a normal civilian." This is where Yuji kind of says, "Did this guy just teleport?" I'm like, "I don't know. He's some kind of weird magician, I guess. I guess street magician." This is where Gojo says, "Huh? I'm not a magician. I just have a very interest in you too." This is where mostly I was like, "Oh shit, no, he's gay." I was like, "No, I won't swing that way. I promise. I'm interested in women." That's where I right now look at Gojo. I'm like, I don't swing that way. Yuji right now is kind of getting right now nervous and scared of this guy probably being a pedophile. And we were like, "Dude, we are good. We do not swing that way." We start walking backwards. While Gojo says, I'm not that type of person. You guys are so rude, you know that? But then again, you two are just curse users. So either you have a little chat with me or I'll kill you. That's where I right now get overprotective with Eugene says, "I'd like to see you try then." This is where Gojo right now sees me kind of being confident and says, "Well, what an interesting type of person you are." This is where, before mostly Gojo can keep speaking, I right now rush straight to him, and right now my hand seems to be coated with nothing. And this is where Gojo says, "You will never be able to hit me." He's being cocky, and this is where, before his limitless can even react with my punch, I coated my fist into darkness. Right now, being able to nullify, the mostly limitless, and punching him straight in the face. This is where Gojo right now falls down to the ground and says, "What the?" I was like, "This is a perfect chance. Run, Yuji!" This is where we start fucking booking it. This is where Gojo say, wasn't expecting that." This is where, Dante and mostly Megami appears.
Yo,
Huh?
what's happening?
Most
He's like, "Oh, you do Gojo."
This is where Gojo says, "Oh, hey, Dante and Megami. So, how's the weather?"
Like, I see the scuff on his face. Like, did you get hurt?
Huh? Oh, this? Yeah, I wasn't expecting that kid with kind of blackish hair to punch me. I wasn't. Huh. Interesting.
Nah, something's off there because like your six are supposed to predict when punches are coming, and like literally, you can do that to poisons. Well, almost, bro. Someone telling me that he bypassed your infinity somehow.
Uh, well, that is true. I was so interested in the technique he punched me. I wasn't expecting him to notify my mostly, how should I say, my limitless.
Infinity. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I wonder if he can. I wonder if he can bypass my vectors. Eh, whatever. None. It's not. It's nothing to worry about.
This where
But do you think we give them another day?
Gojo says that is true. I don't know
And plus,
much of how those two
don't leave
work.
me with your mochi again, or else I'm eating it. I swear.
Huh? No! Don't eat my, what's it called?
Mochi.
Mochi. Don't eat it.
Alright. Anyways, I just tossed him the bag.
I was like, phew, my mochi is fine. Good, now I can eat it. Oh,
Yeah.
this where, well,
This
before
is
he,
our. Yeah.
wait. Before mostly Gojo can pull out another mochi, this is where darkness actually appears like a mouth, and this is where Gojo was confused. Of course, he thought he had his limit still on, but it seems it got turned off again by darkness right now appearing right next to him. And it eats his mochi and right now runs away. This is where Gojo says, wait, what the? This is where, well,
Okay.
Dante just looks at this like, huh?
What the freak just happened?
Gojo says, that's interesting. I think the kid is still around here. Or he did it from far away range, which that's impressive. That's it. I know what to do with those two. I'm going to put them as
What?
special grades and then put them into Jujutsu sorcery.
I don't. Gojo, you know that's not how special grades are chosen. It has to be someone else other than your teacher.
Well, we should kind
Well,
of.
I mean, you're not their teacher technically, but at the same time, I don't know.
This is where, well, mostly Gojo looks at Dante and say, nah, 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 nah. They're going to be interesting in the near future. If I can get to convince them to be able to join Jujutsu High, then they will be helpful to fight against the corrupt politics in mostly Jujutsu Kaisen, or mostly, yeah, Jujutsu Tech.
Yeah, I get it.
This,
Um, so should we just go to? Should we just like go back? Like literally, I'm tired. Just this is a headache.
this is where, well, Gojo says, okay, fine, Dante, I will bring you guys back. I know how much you need to sleep and act like a baby half the time. Don't worry, I know how still you're so
Yeah, freaking
young.
baby, bro. This stuff is just freaking on my. This is too much on my mental right now.
This is where Gojo says, okay, fine. But do you want more mocha? This is where he pulls out the bag, and this is where, well, before anything else can happen, another darkness kind of mouth was about to bite it until Gojo grabbed
No,
it.
the freak you don't. I'll freaking use freaking tornado to tear the freaking mouth apart and then take the mochi and then bite it. I was like, freaking me.
This is where Gojo chuckles and says, well, it seems that you don't like the darkness, do you?
No,
Why is that?
trying to steal his thing. I swear, when I find this dude, I'm gonna report him to higher ups and kill him myself. I swear.
This is where, well, Gojo chuckles and says, you're so mean, Dante, you know that? What happened if he's hungry?
I don't care. Anyways, let's go. So
Okay.
we just leave, and then to the next day, and then next thing you know, um, we go to Itadori and freaking Itadori and Lightning's POV, right? Or
Yeah. Mostly, well, we managed to get back home. Of course, where Yuji did eat the mochi. This where he says, that was pretty good. Didn't know that white hair guy actually has good taste. I look at Yuji and says, you really made me use my darkness to right now take his mochi. You are crazy, Yuji. Do you not know who exactly that man is? Yuji says, do you know? Hell no, but all I understand was that guy was terrifying. But it's better if we lay low and don't go outside. That's it, to the bunker. Da-da-da-da. This is where we'll see Yuji says, we don't have a bunker. This is where we'll see I says, fuck, you're right. Okay, what do we...
That's it. Yeah, just remind me of a meme like, to the Batmobile. He like, I ain't got no gas. Man, what you mean you ain't got no gas? Then just like, took a train.
Yeah, this is where we'll see Yuji says, we don't really have a fucking bunker. This is where I says, fuck, you're right. So you got your passport, right? Yuji says, I don't have a wait, what are you thinking about? I was thinking, I was like, yeah, we were about to move from Japan to America, or probably Korea. This is where almost see Yuji says, uh, why, what? This is where I was like, hey, we gotta get away from here. So the best way to get away was kind of moving to another country. But yeah, that was my idea. Yuji says, bro, I don't think the white haired man is just going to appear in our front doorstep and kind of knock at our door and say, hello, can I come inside? This is where 20 minutes later, knock, knock. I look at Yuji and says, you son of a bitch. We go into the outside POV of, well, 3 people.
My fault. So, the door opens and then, it's Itadori and like Gojo says, yo.
Hi.
And I said, I would like to be anywhere but here.
Yeah, it's interesting that you guys showed up at my house. Can I know why?
Gojo said, I want to talk to y'all.
Talk to y'all? You mean me? I just live here by myself.
And then what's the other cursed energy signature? It seems to be stronger than yours.
Curse energy? Don't know what that is.
Okay. Then I hope you don't mind if we just come inside, right?
Wait, I gotta I left my stove on, so let me do something real fast. Yuji tries to close the door.
Then the next thing, he does close it, and then next thing you know, he turns around and sees Gojo on the couch reading a magazine. Like, y'all actually read this stuff?
This hurt Yuji said, how did you, shit. This is where, well, mostly I'm right now kind of upstairs, kind of just like suppressing my aura, trying to.
And then, next thing you see, he sees, yo, look, man, Gojo just wants to talk to y'all. It's not a big deal.
This,
like, I'm right in front of the dude like that.
That's where Yuji says, how the hell did you get into my house? Why do you people break into my house? I'm gonna call the cops. This is where Yuji thinks it's a good idea to do that.
See, the thing is, you could call the cops, but, I kind of broke the wire to your phone because I knew you were probably gonna do that.
Yuji said, shit, he runs upstairs right now saying, big brother, we gotta go. This is where I was like, I'm almost done packing up. Jump out the window. This is where, well, both of us just decided to jump out the window.
And then next thing you know, you just feel like 2 pulling forces literally just bringing these dudes back right in. And then Gojo says, come on, I just want to talk.
I was like, no. This is where, well, I right now kind of put darkness around me and this says, Yuji, right now grab onto me. We're jumping out the window again. We jump out the window. This time, his grabbing.
Gojo just taps these dudes on the head and then they're just knocked out. Like how Yuji got done in canon. He was like, okay, so it looks like they weren't going to do it willingly. So I guess I had to do it by force. I was like, that sucks. Next thing you know, these 2 wake up and they're in a room, chained up, freaking in bondage with multiple talismans in a room.
I was like, what the fuck is this place? Oh god. I'm in one of those goddamn, like, X-Hub videos. Oh hell no, please. No, I don't want to be here. Just kill me already. Yuji kind of...
like, not yet. I just got a few questions. So, All I want to know is the fact is, do you guys know about cursed energy?
I look at him and right now stay silent. You usually say, not exactly.
Not exactly. Makes sense. I mean, if you did say you didn't know what it was, I would pretty much know you're lying because, or else you wouldn't have used jujutsu the way you did.
So
Well,
where
at least the darkest user.
Yuji says, wait, curse energy is that whole negative emotions turn into energy and supernatural stuff or what?
Yeah. For a curse user, you know a lot.
This is where Yuji says thanks. Also, what's a curse user?
Basically, it's someone who uses jujutsu for their own personal means and are by jujutsu regulation to be killed immediately.
This is where Yuji pales and says, I'm so dead. Big bro, help me. I was like, for fuck's sakes.
Don't worry. I came here to save you from that.
I look at
No,
Gojo and says, really? You're going to save us? What are you, some superhero?
I mean, I don't have a cape or nothing, but I think you can say I'm like that. But also, I guess that'll make me number one hero because I am the strongest.
I kind of look at this white haired dude. I was like, and how can I believe that when.
Well, well, I come from a very prominent family with a rare few abilities.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's all I'm telling you for now. But also, you two have a lot of potential, and I want to see it through.
This is where Yuji says potential. So am I going to become stronger? This is where I look at Yuji. Well, mostly my eyes were closed most of the time because I can't really. Well, I will not let anyone see my eyes. So this is where I said, Yuji, this could be a trap for all we know. This man could be a pedo for all we know. And you're really going to say I'm gonna become stronger?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He does have the potential to surpass me, and so do you. So far, you're the only person I've met who can bypass my infinity without a special tool.
I look at Gojo, still with my eyes closed, and says, okay. And who was the other person that managed to bypass you with the tour, or whatever the hell you said?
Mm. Well, it's actually one of my students' parents. Well, I mean, both of my students' parents. They both had a dad that I had to kill.
Have you killed my dad?
I don't. Actually, I don't know. Oh yeah. Anyways, I searched you guys up on ancestry.com, but even though their names have changed, I did some archive digging and found out that your parents are actually descended from Zenin.
I looked at him and says, first of all, not exactly, but you know what? Let's just go with that. So yeah, I was like, are you sure we're descended from Zenin, or are you just kind of wait? What is a Zenin anyway?
They're a very prominent clan in Jujutsu and in Jujutsu history. Descended from the three vengeful cursed spirits.
I looked at him saying, I'm not going to any family, am I? Am I just going to be able to still be by myself with most of Yuji?
I mean, sure. I mean, you are under my protection, but they said if you guys decline to be executed immediately.
I was like, damn.
But hey, there's a lot of things you can learn from here. You can learn more about your curse technique, and you can get stronger. And if you get to special grade, you can earn a lot of money.
I was like listening to Gojo. I was like, okay, interesting. Well,
And
what if I just decide to run away again and ignore this thing that you're trying to force me or do something?
well, then you're out of my jurisdiction, and they will probably send people to kill you.
This is where
And if they can't kill you, they probably would send me, and I don't really want to do that.
I sighed and says, "Fine, I guess we'll have a deal." This is where I managed to unwrap myself from mostly the bindings and says, "Well, I guess I will have no other choice than actually to probably work with you." This is where, well, I right now kind of put my hand right in front of him. My hand was also my whole body was coated into darkness, but this is where it was nullifying the, well, mostly seals themselves entirely.
And then Gojo says, I'm impressed. I think he could have made it out of here. Well, if it wasn't me. Anyways, that's great. Let's go meet. We'll get y'all ready and suited for tomorrow, and then tomorrow you're gonna go with Principal Yaga. Well, after you both bury your grandpa's ashes. Also, my condolences.
I was like, that old man was not my grandfather, but you know what? Yeah, let's go do that, Yuji.
Uh, okay.
I was like, okay, Yuji, get out of the bindings. Yuji says, wait, you want me to break them out? Well, yeah, you could have done that a while ago. Yuji right now just uses his super strength to break out and say, okay, let's go. This is where we both walk away.
Alright, so, shall we go then?
This is where, well, we'll see. Yuji says, yeah, let's go, white hair man.
Alright, you take over?
Yeah. So of course, mostly me, Yuji, and mostly Gojo kind of just get towards the barrier of ashes, and of course we just kind of get the ashes. Well, mostly I let Yuji do it, while I'm sitting down right now, kind of looking on my phone. Well, mostly hear music, while Gojo is trying to do small talk to mostly me. I was like, huh? You need something, white hair guy? That's where Gojo said, huh? Can you please call me Gojo Sensei? I was like, Goto Sensei. Yeah, sure. Gojo said, no, that's not. This word, well, Yuji says Goto Sensei. That sounds like a goat, doesn't it? What's it called, Big Brother? I was like, yeah, it does. This word, well, we'll see Gojo sighs and says, still, it wasn't, no, so what exactly is your name? This word, well, we'll see, Gojo question, because he never did kind of, well, ask him entirely, just to be polite. This where, well, we'll see. I look at him and says, you can call me Dark Lightning if that's what you want. Or we'll see, yeah. This where, well, we'll see Gojo says Dark Lightning, but you don't use any lightning. No, not exactly, but I'm just going to say that's my name for now. This is where, well, mostly Yuji says, oh, you can call me Yuji Sadori. This is where Gojo says, okay, wait, what is your last name there? Dark Lightning or Raiko? Mostly, yeah, I'm just gonna be called Raiko for now. This is where, well, mostly, I look at mostly Gojo and says, what, Isadori? No, my last name is not Isadori, if that's what you're wondering. This is where, well, Gojo says, oh, then what is it? This is where, well, I kind of just say, its name is, I guess I can take either my mother's name. This is where, well, I say it's my mother's last name being, what's it called? Let me actually remember. Wait. This is where, well, we'll see Gojo say, so what is it? Kudai. That's my last name. Kudai? Wait a minute. You're from a... Oh, so that's what you're from. I see. You're from a descendant clan family that should have died a while ago. Or died a long time ago. Didn't know they had a even last descendant. So I mistake your clan for being a Zenin descendant. Didn't I? I look at mostly Gojo and says, or Goto. And that's where, well, I just say, yeah, I guess you can say that. Don't even know what the hell Zenin is exactly still. But yeah, whatever. That's where, well, Gojo says, well, it's going to be more interesting now that I have a descendant from an ancient clan. Kiki.
Hey, yo, ain't I a distant relative? Okay, whatever. Anyways, so, yeah, I just pull up, be like, okay, y'all got the ashes ready, so we can go ahead and bury them or whatever.
This is where, well, Yuji says, yeah, I do.
Alright then, let's go.
Well, we all kind of just walk towards mostly the barrier place, but yeah. Or what the hell do you do with ashes exactly? I forgot.
I don't really know either, but I think it's like you just spread them out or something.
Okay, well, I'm just mostly me and Yuji kind of went to a blossom tree that's near our park, and this is where well Yuji says, "Okay." He opens a jar and just throws it into water and says, "Be free, Grandpa." This is where I look at mostly Yuji just kind of almost died.
What the freak?
I was like,
Is this too dense? Like I didn't think I didn't think it would be anyone could be denser than Gojo. Like sheesh.
this is where I look at Yuji and says, "Yuji, for fuck's sakes, make sure the wind isn't fucking blasting straight towards us." This is where Yuji goes.
I was like, oh nah. Then I was just like, oh nah, not me. And then I just use vector shield to literally just throw that away.
I was like, Yuji, next time make me do the shit, cause clearly your dumbass should have fucking threw the whole bottle down there. This is where mostly Yuji says that's very mean, big brother. Don't call me a dumbass. I'm smart. Thanks to that white haired, he told me I was smart. I was like, that man probably just sugarcoat the shit of it, but not the point.
There you go, that's crazy. Could never be me though.
I look at mostly Dante and says, hey you. First of all, you could have said anything to him before just telling him to throw into the fucking water.
Hey, you're his big brother. You're not my responsibility.
I look at Dante and say, I wasn't fully paying attention to what exactly you told him.
Well, I never told him anything.
You didn't? This is where, well, Yuji says, that could have been mostly my Shinigami that I was talking to. I was like,
Wait, oh, you got Shikigami.
this is where Yuji said, oh yeah, mostly we learned how to, or I learned how to summon it a while ago, while mostly Big Bro was kind of in the bathtub. This is where I look at mostly Yuji and says, why didn't you tell me anything? I thought I already did tell you. Mostly the Shinigami told me that I told you already. I look at Yuji and punch him right in the head and say, next time, this could be fucking helpful when we had it to get away from Jujutsu Sorcerer, so I didn't need to use my darkness. This is where Yuji say, ow, 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 so mean, big brother. Fuck. We look at Dante. Dante?
Yo.
You gonna...
Oh, my turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so after the whole Ashes situation, we just went straight to Jujutsu Tech. I was like, so, we all pull up there. I was like, finally, we're here. Anyways, welcome to Jujutsu Tech. Tokyo Metropolitan Jujutsu High School. I said it right?
I look at mostly Dante and says, that's a long ass name. No thanks.
Well, you're going to get used to it.
Can I just say Jujutsu High and that's all?
Sure. Call it what you want.
Okay, I'm not going for the longest name, but whatever.
You want me to tell y'all something?
What is it?
Well, when I was the thing is, I was actually about to run away from Toji. Then I told Gojo this like a bit ago. I was gonna run away from Toji and go ahead and just like use Jujutsu however I wanted. And then this man told me the same thing he told y'all. And that's basically that if I did, I would probably end up dying because it would send a whole lot of people after. And I said, bring it on, the freak. And then I just got my ass handed to me by Gojo. He's like, yeah, you're not ready for that. I was like, so yeah, over the years I decided that I'm not gonna run away because like there's much I can't do. But yeah, just to give y'all some lore about me. But other than that, yeah. Anyways, right in front of us is gonna be Principal Yaga. Well, yeah, we finally made it inside the building. You take it over.
Oh, okay. So this is where Principal Yaga says, Goddamn it, Gojo, what the hell are you doing here? And why did you bring more fucking brats? Gojo's...
So, my name ain't Gojo. I'm just a distant relative, but at the same time, okay.
And this where, well, he then realized, ah, shit, I must be going fucking blind for a second. Why? God damn it, usually Gojo is here all the fucking time bringing brats, so that's why I mistake you for mostly Gojo. But whatever.
Yeah,
Dante,
I
what the hell are you doing here with mostly more fucking people?
Well, I came here to see if they're ready to be into Jujutsu Tech. You know, they're actually the curse users that we've been talking about.
Uh,
Like,
I see. So, what brings you here to Jujutsu High, curse users? Yuji says, I don't know, I heard that, we can be somewhat like superheroes. I look at mostly Yuji. This is where I say, nope, nope, you're just clearly an idiot. I told you how many times not to. Superheroes are not fucking real, and yet you do something like this. Whatever. I decide to speak over for mostly Yuji, just cover up his mouth and say, listen up, what was your name? Principal Yage. That's where, okay, Principal Yage. What exactly does it take to actually become a sorcerer for Jujutsu High? It does. That's where, well, mostly I need a reason and why you want to be a Jujutsu sorcerer. I sigh and say, I guess you can say that I want, revenge. This is where, well, Yagi kind of seems surprised and says, huh? Is that seriously what you want? That then I might just say that I don't really want to die with regrets that much after getting my revenge. This is where, well, Principal Yagi says, I see. What about that one behind you? This is where, well, which I was kind of pushing most of Yuji out of the way. I was like, he wants. No, I'm talking about him. He should answer that question, not you. Fuck it. Yuji, you answer. This is where Yuji say, I don't really know what to do. This is where, well, Principal Yage says, I see. Well, you're going to have to answer me fast, or this cursed puppet shall be able to be your ender, your finisher. This is where, well, also Yuji says, what do you mean? This is where, well, the cursed puppet right now rushes at Yuji trying to punch him. This is where Yuji right now dodges and says, holy shit, what the hell? This is where, well, I was about to use darkness, but this is where Dante stopped me. I'm like, you.
like no, this is needed.
I was like, looking at Dante and says, and how the fuck are you gonna stop me if I use my darkness? I know you're similar to strong as fucking Gojo, but doesn't matter with most of your force
I'm
will
not as
not.
strong as Gojo, okay? I don't even know all and everything of my technique. Like, I don't even have a domain.
I
I'm a
looked at him
first
and
year.
I looked at him and says, wait, what's a domain?
Right. Been talking to sorcerers for a long time.
I was like, the whatever. This is where, well, mostly I wrap darkness around mostly go not Gojo, Dante, and Dante tries to use his, well, mostly techniques until I realized it was nullified. I was like, nope, you are not doing shit like that.
Okay, I guess you nullified it in one part, but see, the thing is, in Jujutsu sorcery, it's not just about freaking techniques. It's about I kicked this man right in the freaking nose. I was like, if he can fight.
This where, well, you realize that your legs were kind of frozen, so how the hell are you gonna kick me?
Wait, they were? But
Yeah,
how
both
am
of
I
them
able
were
to kick you?
grabbed.
No? Like, okay, yeah, man, you kind of confused me there. I
Well,
thought you said you just wrapped up my arm.
no, both of your legs. Shit, did I not say that out loud?
Oh well. Well, I just bent my legs and freaking just headbutt this dude right in the stomach. I was like, how about that?
I was like,
Then his and
ah, that fucking hurt it, jackass. This is where I fucking need
then
him
his
right in the
friend just
face.
let go of me, and then I was like, all right, then. And I just dashed at this dude and punched him right in the freaking stomach. I was like, literally, bro, you call yourself, you can't even fight, bro.
I was like, that's where you're wrong. Before mostly Dante can even react, my hand right now floated into this watery color and I smashed it into mostly his face, right now pushing him away. I was like, don't you dare think I can't fight.
Okay, then. Let's take this outside. I don't want Yaga's room to get messed up.
This is where I look at him and say, fine, that's fine with me. I pop my knuckles.
Alright.
This is where, well, before anything else happens, I right now created a small little darkness figure and says, go help Yuji, okay? This is where he nodded and right now kind of flies off. I was like, yeah, let's
Then I
take
just
this
grabbed
outside.
the pebble and then just dissipated it. I said, this isn't necessary for Yuji to grow as a character and as a sorcerer.
You
So I
son
can't
of
let
a...
it be interrupted.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, you know that?
Yeah, I know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really know. I guess we're just gonna have to see.
Whatever. This is where both of us takes it outside. While Yuji is still struggling with Mosi to deal with the puppet, this is where, well, mostly before anything else happens, a darkness hand grabbed the puppet and just threw him away. This is where, well, Dante didn't notice that I still send a few darkness creatures towards Yuji. I was like,
This needs to build his resolve. He needs to know what he is being a sorcerer for.
I kind of look at him and say, I don't know what you're talking about. Huh, don't really know.
Yeah, I really do live in a world filled with idiots. Anyways.
This is where, well, I said, whatever. I ran out rush at mostly Dante. Dante, well,
I just put up my vector shield expecting an attack to just be deflected.
I was
And
like,
then next thing you know, I'm gonna like pull out my sword and just be like, okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this now.
I right now kind of summon out two darkness daggers and right now try to stab into Dante. This is where, well, the darkness daggers managed to nullify the force field and try to stab into Dante.
Bull crap. And then next thing you know, I just freaking just sent a slash to his chest, and then just made him go backwards. But he's also taking basically his bones are kind of going in another direction, which is like, yeah, basically like bent to the side
I
a
was
bit,
like,
and yeah, caused him a bit of injury. I was just a bone fracture.
I look at
Next one
this.
may end up being blood being spilt.
I was like, huh, interesting. This is why I wrapped darkness around my leg just to kind of fix it in an instant. And I said, well, I can't heal it that much. It doesn't really matter, does it? This is where, well, I decide to kind of just rush at Dante again. Dante tries to use his force spell again, even though he realized I can just nullify the shit of it.
Just waiting for the possibilities.
This is where, well, before I can actually keep rushing at him, I right now use a technique called Nullified Domain. It's only 10 feet large, so of course, is where a black circle literally appears
Like,
in our kind
you
of.
literally call that a domain? Are you kidding?
It's not a.
It's like it's
Well,
okay.
I just look at Dante and say, it's not entirely a domain. I only kind of call it domain because, well, I can either call it circular or something like that. But it's not really a domain. But whatever. This is where I rush at Dante. While he tries to use his curse energy, all of it's nullified in an instant. My curse energy is also nullified, but that's not the point. Well, not nullified entirely. It just nullifies anyone's well, mostly curse energy entirely. That being reversal, just curse energy entirely or whatever. This is where I rush straight to Dante and punch him right in the face.
Effect. So yeah, I just pull out simple domain, see if it had an effect, and looks like it works. I was like, huh, so it does have a guarantee hit. Okay.
I was like,
I just started like, and then next thing you know, I was like, wait, I can also use this. I just activated domain amplification and just started just punching this guy straight up. Basically, and he's probably wondering, like, how is it being nullified? Well, then I told him simple domain stops like a guaranteed, well, basically stops a guaranteed hit. There's also another technique that I'm using right now called domain amplification. Basically, I'm coding myself with my innate domain to nullify a curse technique, which means that darkness ain't gonna help you here.
I kind of,
although I can't use my own technique while I'm using it.
I grin at the fact that he said he can't use it. So of course I rush straight to him, even though he punched me in the face. I grab his collar and then I say nullify again. This is where I use nullify domain again, even though I kind of are using it. I'm burning my cursed energy, but I don't care. This is where I decide to punch him right in the face. But yeah, managing to
Dang,
break through
I
his fucking.
started scraping backwards. I was like, okay. So I just turned off simple domain amplification. I was like, new shadow style, simple domain. Literally just getting the same stance as Miwa and Kusakabe, and I'm just waiting for an attack to hit.
I grin and says, fine, you wanna do that? I get in the stance of the normal rock flowing smashing fist from mostly Bang from One Punch Man, and I say, bring it.
Bet. I just sit there waiting for an attack.
Shit, are we both sitting? This is where I look at him and say, are we both really going to just sit here and actually wait each other for an attack?
I'm just waiting. That's all.
I guess I'm waiting here also.
Yeah.
We think.
Okay, this is taking too much from my curse energy reserve. I just turned off simple domain. I was like, okay.
Huh.
I see.
I wasn't even using curse
I
technique.
just go ahead and activate domain amplification again and just dash at this guy and send this freaking cut at his stomach.
This is where before the cut can even hit me, I kind of use flowing rock fist to actually mostly deflect the hell out of it. I'm like, nope, that's not happening.
Really? Okay then. Good thing I got this one from Megumi and freaking pulled out a 3-section staff called Playful Cloud. I was like, ready for this?
I was like, sure, why not? But before that, here, I give you a gift. This is where I summon a bomb and just toss it straight towards mostly Dante, and it kind of exploded mid-air. This is where, well...
Now, crap. And then, next thing you know, I just come out of the smoke unscathed, good thing that combo worked.
This is where I wasn't even in front of you anymore. I was, literally behind you. Behind the smoke. I was like, damn it, where the hell is he now?
Then I just showed up out of nowhere and just Kamui. Basically, I just teleported him away, and then I just teleported him right out of there and face on the ground.
This is where, well, mostly before I hit the ground, and mostly the face to the ground, I right now use both my arms to right now lift myself up and jump up and right now stand right in front of Dante and says, you suck, you know that?
How do I suck?
You just...
This thing takes literally a quarter of my cursed energy just to use.
That's where, well, I was like, I thought we were going to use hands, but clearly you're using more cursed energy than ever. But whatever.
Alright. I guess we can get back to doing hand. No more cursed techniques. Actually, I'm going to make that a binding vow.
A binding what?
Basically, no cursed techniques. I mean, no using primary curse techniques for boosting cursed energy reserves and boosting other ones. And just so we don't back out of this challenge, I basically put up a barrier.
I was like, ooh, this is interesting. Yeah. This is where I looked all over, and of course I was like, man, I'm learning way too much information. Luckily, you haven't seen my eyes, so of course, mostly you don't even know that I'm right now kind of copying these techniques somewhat.
I was like, alright. Basically, I'm giving you a master class, so basically a fraction of what you're going to have to do to surpass Gojo.
Why would I want to surpass the white hair guy?
Well, Gojo said you had the potential to surpass him. So does Yuji. And more students. Heck, even me. So... ready for this?
I look at him.
I just put down my sword and we just start, I just put down my sword. I'll come get you later. And now get into a boxing stance.
I was
okay, kung fu stance.
Mostly we go to whichever kind of martial arts stance we use, don't we?
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm going into mostly the Taekwondo martial stance.
Well, I just do mixed martial arts.
I was like, well, it seems that you have a very Interesting stance, since it looks like you probably are a mixed match.
Yeah.
But good to know. This is where, well, I rushed at Dante right now, sending a kick, but the kick wasn't normal. It was a call recoilless kick.
Then next thing you know, I say form of style. Basically, I just move like water. So like the kick hit me in my shoulder, but then I just like move, and then my body just like flows like water, and I just smack this man right in the freaking side of his stomach.
This where, well, mostly it didn't actually land at me because I deflected the hell out of it thanks to water flowing rock fist. And this is where, well, I say nope, that's not
And next
happening.
thing you know, a freaking chop hits him in the freaking side of his head. He's like,
It hit me, but this is where a kick literally landed in your chin in an instant.
and then next thing you know, I just kicked this man in the face when he hit me up in the air. I was like,
This is
I
where
basically moved like water in this one.
this is where I
It's like
kind
those
of
training dummies that have like multiple sections on them
this is where I got
in
kicked
a
in the
way.
face, but before mostly I even got to kind of get pushed away. I grabbed his leg and right now kind of pull him towards me like if it was Scorpion and say, "Get over here!" I'll punch him right in the face, launching him away from
And
me.
then next thing you know, I kicked this man in the nose. It's like, hmm, okay then. I just said, okay, let's take this a bit more serious now. I just started like rushing at the dude, and literally about to kick him in the stomach again.
But before that, I kind of blocked his kick and sent a punch straight to his face again.
Yeah, and then I just grabbed his arm and literally put him in that Ujiro versus Baki stance where Ujiro was on the Baki got his arm straight up and was holding him down. I was like, "Do you submit?"
I was like, yeah, that's not happening. I wrapped my legs around his waist, kind of then twist my body to the side and kind of put him in a kind of choker, mostly in a lock head choker. But yeah, I was like, not happening.
All right then.
You give up then, asshole?
Did I give up now? Hmm. Yeah, no. I just freaking flip and kick this man in the freaking face and then just did a backflip off of it and grabbed my sword. I was like, yeah. The taijutsu match is kind of getting old now.
I kind of just spit out some blood and say, that is true. Well, I guess we're going into weapons now, aren't we? This is where I pull out a gun made out of darkness and a dagger made out of darkness. Says, then let's see who's actually going to win this then.
I was like, new shadow style, simple domain.
I started just sending
Just waiting for this attack.
I started kind of shooting out bullets that were basically nullify bullets, basically to nullify anything in front of it. This is where, well, the bullets managed to
But the
kind of.
thing is, hold on, hold on. Like, the thing is, it's a simple domain, so I mean, I guess. And then I just like see the attacks coming, so I just go ahead and slice them.
I was like, this is complete annoyment. Ah, damn it. What to do? What to do? You know what? This might take a while to reform, but this is going to be a very taxing kind of technique. This is where, well, I just had to rush at mostly Dante, but right now I was creating something that was actually going to give me probably well, a hand, kind of a hand in this battle. This is where, well, while I try to slice at mostly Dante, he can see my attacks thanks to a simple domain. I was like, this is getting more annoying than ever.
And then, I was about to slash this guy until the barrier broke. I was like, wait, what the? And then next thing you know, Gojo says, okay, okay, break it up, break it up. Anyways, Yuji is like right next to him, was like, I passed. He's like,
I was like, you passed? But before anything happens, this is where Dante gets his head grabbed and smashed to the ground. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that thing. This is where a shadow soldier appears, or mostly a darkness soldier, and says, you call my master? I was like, oh yeah, you came late.
I freaking just tried to destroy this thing from the inside of his stomach. I was like, don't ever freaking do that again. Freaking dark freak. Anyways.
This is where the dark freak right now reformed back again and was next to me and saying, what the hell was that? I was like, don't matter about that. Just go back into my darkness. It just went back into my darkness because it can't really be destroyed. I say, well, that took a while. I wasn't expecting that barrier to shatter. Well, it was fun, I guess. So,
mean,
Yuji, did you
I mean,
pass?
I didn't really specific. I mean, make it specific who I wanted to keep out.
This is where I just looked at Dante.
I wanted was to keep you in. That's all.
I was like, yeah, you could probably think that was going to keep me in, but I probably would have been able to nullify it and get out of it.
Really? Anyways.
I then just ignored Dante and says, Yuji, you pass? This is where Yuji says, yeah, I passed. I was like, good. So, what are we doing now? This is where I look at the white haired dude. The white haired dude says, uh, oh yeah, your rooms. I almost completely forgot. Dante,
Yeah.
can you show them to their dorm rooms?
Isn't that your job? Aren't you the sensei?
Gojo says, but I want to go buy some mocha real fast. Please.
Are you kidding me? Fine. Anyways, come with me.
I was like, okay. We
Then I
both
just pull
follow
up
you.
right next to I pull up right next to Lane and says, "This isn't over."
What?
Yeah. This isn't over. We leave and then we just go away. I mean, we just go to the thing. I mean, the dorms. So we pull up at the dorms, and then next thing you know, I say, "Well, this is the dorm," and I don't know if Gojo like kind of made two options here. Either you both move in one room, or your room like right next to Yuji's.
I look at Yuji and says, I know we're brothers and all, but I need my own privacy. So I decided to take the room beside Yuji. Yuji's like,
And Yuji's. Oh yeah, you go.
Yuji says, really? So, never mind. Yeah, I'll take the room beside mostly him.
All right. So I just go into I just say, well, Yuji, I guess you got a room on your own.
I right now fall asleep already in my room. Close the door. Right now, lock the hell out of it and say nope.
Okay. Yuji starts like setting up his room or whatnot, and then next thing you know, we see Megumi. And it's like, well, you recovered fast. Yeah, I did.
Yuji says, oh, hey there, black hair.
He's like, that's not my name. It's Megumi Fushiguro.
I opened my door just because I needed to use the restroom real fast. I was like, oh, hey there, black hair kid. I was like, oh, where's the bathroom, Dante?
I was like, bro, okay, fine. I just tell him where it is. And then, Megumi's just irritated because people call him black hair kid.
I just starts walking away and says, well, gotta go use it. This is where I rush off, but yeah. You just says, well, I guess that will be your name for mostly him. But what really is your name? Yuji kind of questioned Megumi.
He said, my name is Megumi Fushiguro.
Megumi Fushiguro. Huh.
Yeah. Okay, so, anyways, where's Gojo Sensei? And then next thing you know, Gojo says, over here. Like, what the?
Hey!
That's it.
Wait, nothing. Mostly Yuji says, oh, hey there, white hair guy. What was your name? Gojo? I don't remember.
Seriously, it's Satoru Gojo.
Well, oh yeah, Satoru Gojo.
Gojo Satoru, basically last name and then first name. But yeah, other than that, he says, yeah, my name is Satoru Gojo. How could you forget already?
Sorry about that, anyway, but yeah.
So Gojo says, alright, so, where's your brother at?
This is where I come back saying, oh, time to go to sleep now. This is where I walk past him, go into my room, and just like was about to take a nap.
But Gojo says, whoa, hey there. we got something we got to do.
I look at him and says, "Yeah, sleep. Good night."
Nah, not really. Anyways, we got to go pick up the other student.
Other student,
Yeah,
but
basically
there's.
the soccer of the group. I was like, what?
I kind of look at him and just like chuckle and says, "Okay, fine. What is she gonna have pink hair or what?"
Oh no, no, no. She's actually from the countryside.
Countryside.
All right.
Interesting. Wait.
Yeah.
This is where I then look at Gojo and say, "So you're Kakashi in this group." I then point at Megumi and say, "He's the emo duckling," and then I point at Yuji saying, "He's Naruto." And the girl is supposed to be Sakura? Okay, then what the hell Dante and I are supposed to be?
Eh, I don't know. Like, dang.
Bruh.
I guess you're the Shikamaru, I guess. Or no, actually, he's Shikamaru. You're like, bro, what?
Bruh.
This is what a trap. No, whatever. No, okay. All right. Anyways, who cares? Let's just go get this other student.
Okay, there, white hair.
And then, I was like, all right, come on, y'all. Anyways, you got their uniforms, Gojo? Yeah, I actually custom made it for Yuji and Lightning here.
Is my scar blue?
You're what?
Well, this is where mostly
I
I
mean,
see Yuji's kind of like outfit, and mostly he has a red scarf, and I'm like, is my scarf blue or
he's like,
purple?
it couldn't be. Why don't you take a guess? He just gives him the box.
I was like, okay, fine. I right now kind of go take, kind of wear it, and pretty much I kind of come back outside, kind of wearing a purplish scarf with mostly a black outfit. But yeah, I was like, hey, it was purple.
Mm. Anyways, my cute little students, we gotta go get the new one. He's like, and I was like, okay.
I was
We
like,
just pull up at the spot. What was it again?
it was near Tokyo. I forgot what
Uh,
is it.
yeah, it was near Tokyo, and basically,
Nobra was still with that whole
they
kind
pull
of.
up there, and we basically, we just start talking, and we see a female complaining to a guy about like, she like I don't know, she was complaining about a modeling gig or something.
I right now side to Gojo and says, is that one her? This is where Gojo
He
says,
was like,
oh wait, you want
"Oh,
me?
you go."
Okay. Gojo says, for the last time, no. This is where basically I was just annoying Gojo to kind of pick which girl was it. And when Gojo looks over and says, no, wait, yes. I was like, okay, is this her? I point at some blue hair girl, and this is where Gojo says, no, it's a brown one. I was like, oh. Wait, why don't you just call her over here now? Gojo says, I will. After I tell Dante to do it. This is where Dante looks at mostly Gojo.
Are you kidding me?
I was like dying in the corner, just laughing how mostly Dante just getting picked on by mostly Gojo.
I swear, once I find a way through your infinity again, I'll freaking scar you. Anyways, anyways, oi, tomboy. And then she was like, "What?" You like, yeah, you looking for us? Basically, she noticed the uniforms. Is like, oh, okay, this must be my group. She pulls up and says, hello, my name is Kugasaki Nobra. And basically, we introduce ourselves. I was like, my name is Dante freaking, well, people call me Gojo, even though I don't really care about that. And then, Megumi says, Megumi Fushiguro. And Yuji says, you.
Yuji Sidori, hi there. While mostly I was like not really paying attention. I was hearing music in the background. I was like falling asleep somewhat. So of course, mostly she questioned out who exactly I was. I was like, huh? Oh, Raiko Kiryu. This where well Gojo says, and I am Gojo Satoru. Yay!
And then freaking Kugasaki makes her like first impressions of Kisame.
Oh wait. For Nobra?
Her first,
First
yeah.
expression? She kinda just like says mostly Megami is like this emo person. This is where she then looks at Dante and says, kinda looks like the white hair, but mostly less very excited. This is where well the white hair is way too excited. The pink hair guy is also way too excited. And the last one is I don't know how to say anything for him. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Gojo says, "All right, so so today we'll be going to Tokyo. Wait, Tokyo.
Tokyo? Aren't we
Yeah,
already in Tokyo?
have we been there? Oh, I haven't. And then Yuji and Nobara were like Tokyo, 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 and then something about like Roppongi. I forgot what it was.
I kind of just look at Yuji, Nobra, and mostly, well, everyone else and says, this is supposed to be a job, isn't it? They're a white hair guy. This is where the white hair kind of name Gojo says, first of all, my name is Gojo, not white hair. Yeah, I kind of say answer. I was like, so is this a job or is this to just visit or to play around? Because similar, you look like the type of person to go play around instead of doing your job. This is where Gojo kind of sighs and says, yes, it's a job. We are going to a curse site. Man, I just wanted to surprise you guys. Why are you, Dante, Megami, and you are just acting like you guys don't want surprises?
Because we don't.
Exactly. I agree with Dante for the first fucking time.
Anyways, we pull up there, and then next thing you know, we see a house infested with like cursed energy, and freaking Yuji and Nobara complain because they didn't want to believe any of the things we were saying were true, and then yeah.
I smack Yuji in the head and says, idiot, this is basically not fun games. I already told you how this world works. To wake up to reality already. This is where Gojo, mostly Yuji says, fine, okay, fine, I understand. I was like,
and then oh, continue.
oh, this is where well I said, okay, so we gotta go into this cursed building right here. Gojo, you want I really cannot call you Sensei. I'm gonna call you Gojo. So Gojo, we're going into this building and getting rid of all the cursed spirits. Me, Yuji, Nobra, and I guess Megami and Dante would be fine, or what? That's where well.
Oh no, these two are gonna stay back. You four gotta go. You three gotta go in there.
I was like, yeah, I expected that much. I don't know why you cut me off.
Just wanted to let you know really ahead of time. Like, ahead of time.
Ahead of time.
You literally just brought us here to freaking go on a hunt instead of going to freaking Roppongi like you said so. He just shrugs. Anyways, they go inside.
What do you mean I go inside?
Canon, but there's like a few more, and well, I guess y'all know how it goes.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. So while mostly Nobra is dealing with some cursed spirits, Yuji goes mostly running around kind of just punching the shit out of them because he does have cursed energy and he does summon out his Shinigami, which his Shinigami basically looks like, well, somewhat of a drag.
I was gonna say like something about like when Nobara, Yuji does something to like piss her off, and then she'll try to kick both of y'all in the freaking face.
Mostly she tries to, but I grabbed her and just kind of pushed her to the like wall and say, okay. Other than that, Yuji, just hurry up and use your Shinigami to destroy all these kind of well cursed spirits. I go to another room and kind of go on, and I don't know what the use of Sasuke is gonna do. Well, mostly Nobra kind of gets angry and says, "Don't call me Sasuke. I don't even know what that is." This where Yuji just sweats off while walking upstairs. He decides to start using his Shinigami. He summons out his Shinigami, which his Shinigami is basically that of a dragon. This where
I thought it was called Shikigami.
Shikigami. Now I don't even know why I keep saying Shinigami. Shikigami. He summons out.
Shiki.
Well, yeah, Shiki. I don't know. Why the hell did I keep saying Shinigami? Oh, whatever. Shikigami. This is where he summons out a, well, mostly, not dragon. Well, mostly, it's more of a, you know, fuck it. I'm just going with the dragon. Because mostly that's the only thought I thought of. But yeah. He summons out a dragon to kind of, it's like a smaller baby dragon, to start kind of breathing out fire and burning through mostly these cursed spirits. But yeah. While I go to a different room and just start kind of using out mostly my darkness, daggers, and guns to start blasting through these cursed spirits pretty easily. I'm like blast, 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 kill, 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 stab, stab, stab. Well, that's a bunch of weaklings I never expected to, well, have to fight. Then again, I have been in the city for a while. Well, one time when I had to deal with so many cursed users and other shit. But whatever. I wonder how the other two are doing. Nobra is right now kind of dealing with that one cursed spirit, which is kind of holding a child hostage, while mostly Yuji still punches a wall and, of course, summoning out his dragon to actually blast fire into it, destroying it instantly. And it was right now outside, of course, into a fireball. But before it can actually be able to get away, a darkness dagger right now stabs into his chest right now. Well, not darkness dagger, or darkness spear smashes into him, smashing him and pinning him to a wall, and right now nullifying his cursed spirit's energy and just disappearing after a while. I was like, well, that was easier than expected. But yeah, we then go back downstairs to kind of see Gojo, Dante, and Megami. But yeah.
It was like, took y'all long enough.
I look at mostly Dante and says, first of all, we weren't even in that building for too fucking long. It was like at least, I don't know, 10 minutes. I don't know about you, but I was not. I thought we were fighting curse users. Where the fuck were those curse users at?
I said we were fighting curses, not curse users. I mean, Gojo said that.
Yes, well, I then look at Gojo and says, okay, whatever. I don't care. I'm going back to hearing music. But yeah, of course, Yuji kind of says it was easy to defeat him, right? Mostly, he calls out mostly his dragon's name, which his dragon's name is, I'm gonna just call it D-Drake, but yeah. But it's a pink dragon. But yeah. This is where, well, D-Drake says, I guess, yes, it was pretty easy. This is where, well, Nobra kind of sweats up and feels like she feels useless because clearly both Yuji and mostly Raiko are way too strong for normal, well, mostly sorcerers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. They're impressive so far. And that special grade, I'm just willing to see the potential. Anyways, let's go. We finally going to Tokyo this time? He's like, yep. We're like, okay.
Well,
never mind.
Well, that happens. Mostly they're going to Tokyo, but I'm going to the closest hotel to fall asleep. I'll say, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the closest place to kind of fall asleep. Goodbye, good luck with that. I'm gonna go find a bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Right. So, after that, we just get into the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
We just we strap us like Tokyo or to a buffet or something. I forgot what it was. It was a Panda Express kind of restaurant.
Yeah. Also, do you want to end it off around here or do you want to continue on? Because I feel like I need to kind of go use the bathroom, like number 2 or something.
Oh dang! I mean, I wanted to go straight to I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of excited to get.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna end it off here. of course, we'll see. I don't know when part two might come out. Probably. Yeah. But we're
I
gonna.
mean, we can do it at 10 or something if like all things are like not happening. Well,
Yeah, for
if like
mostly
I
Isaac
do,
to dip on us.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, mostly. Other than that, I'm gonna end that off here. So have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato potato. Wow. You want to say anything else?
Um, yeah. Go check out my channel if y'all want to. You know, I'm actually thinking about recording something.
Yeah, after 3 months.
Shut up.
Other than that, yeah, his link will be in the description. But yeah,
Yeah.
other than that, see ya, peace, potato, potato, and yeah.